Welcome back. This is episode 2
Episode
of
two.
our new podcast.
Yep.
Currently the morning after
The morning after the next episode. Yeah, we're
first
going
episode.
straight into filming the second one.
We have not seen the drama yet, but we are seeing it in about 2 hours, so we
Yeah.
will come back with our thoughts afterwards.
Yeah. I'd rather see it.
And yeah.
Yeah, guys got some nice stuff planned for today.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, let's get straight into it. So first we have a science fiction draft. We're both going to take turns drafting
Yeah.
our best sci-fi movies.
Top
and then,
5.
Yeah, we'll do 5.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see whoever has the better draft.
Yeah.
All right, how do you want to, do you want to just like flip a coin?
Yeah, I was going to say I can just...
All right, you flip a coin.
I'll show it to the camera as well.
Probably should have gotten this ready before, but that's all right.
And flip. Heads or tails?
I'll go heads.
You're first.
All right. I will go with for my first pick. I don't know if it's a bit obvious to you or not. I'm gonna take Alien off the board straight away.
Yeah.
Probably the best science fiction movie. I think that's one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best movies ever. So I have to take that straight off. All right, your turn.
Also, I think this is a fairly obvious one. I'm gonna go for Interstellar.
Okay.
I love that movie. Matthew McConaughey is incredible. What more can I say? It's iconic for a reason.
Yeah, that's a different direction than what I was thinking. This is, I reckon.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. My pick, second pick. I'm going Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of have to take that one. That just has to be taken. Someone has to take that one. Come
on. My second pick, I'm gonna go for The Martian. I'm a big fan of that movie. Matt Damon's great in it. Very scientific. Very accurate apparently, according to some real scientists. Everything that's in it is what would happen in real life if that situation happened. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, fair enough. All right. For my third pick, I'm going to go with... What do you think? I'm going to go with... There's a few that are in my mind right now. I'll go Terminator 2. Oh. I'll go Terminator 2. T2.
Jeez.
I think that's a pretty fair one.
I'm going for all of the classics.
I am going for all the classics. I got a few left, but don't worry.
My third pick, one of my favorite movies of all time, Back to the Future.
Okay, that was going to be one of mine, so.
Yeah, that's incredible. Every time I watch it, I just get goosebumps. Yeah. Like, it is one of the best movies ever made.
All right, that's a fair pick. All right, now I gotta actually think. I feel like I'm missing really obvious ones. I feel like now we're both gonna start missing really obvious ones. We haven't prepared this, by the way. We're literally going off the top of our heads.
Oh, jeez.
That's actually kind of hard.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like there's a few that I want to say, but I feel like there are better ones I'm missing. I'll say, I feel like there are better ones of this I prefer, but I'll go with The Matrix.
Oh, my fourth pick. I was gonna do that one. Yeah, The Matrix is a classic.
It's classic. All of mine is classics.
Yeah. For my fourth pick, I think, I'm gonna go back to Star Wars and go for Rogue One.
You're taking Rogue One out of all the other Star Wars movies.
I am.
Really?
I really love that movie.
I do too, but damn.
I'm not even going to talk about the Vader scene because that's just perfection. Great. But the whole Rebel Alliance.
I could take another Star Wars one for my next pick, but
incredible.
It's like, I can't.
Yeah.
I kind of don't want to take another Star Wars one, but I might have to. I might go for... I might just do it. I'm going to go for A New Hope for my last pick.
That's a good one.
It is a great one.
I'm trying to think. I'm going to go for a very new movie we just saw.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to go for Project Hail Mary. I thought that was really well done.
Really?
The whole spacing was incredible.
So would you say, in your opinion, that's one of the best sci-fi movies ever made?
I would say it's in the top 10.
Really?
In my opinion, maybe top 15. Off the top of my head, I can't really think of too many movies that are better than it.
That's fair. I'm a bit lower on it than he is, but not that much. So that's interesting.
All right, so what do you got?
Well, let's end the draft. So to finish it up, we got, so for Jack, he has Interstellar, The Martian, Back to the Future, Rogue One, and then Project Hail Mary. I have Alien, Empire Strikes Back, Judgment Day, T2 Judgment Day, The Matrix, and then A New Hope. So yeah, just saying.
Who do we
I
think
think I got that, bro.
I think
But-
you did too. Yeah.
But that you had a bunch of good ones in there too.
Yeah, I think you definitely won.
I think Alien and
I didn't even
Empire
think
Strikes
of
Back.
stuff like Alien or Empire Strikes Back.
That's straight where my mind goes.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't thinking of like T2, and it just came to my mind. I was like, yeah, that has to be taken. But yeah, not too bad. All right.
Okay. We've had a bit of technical issues.
We have had a bit of technical issues, so we're unfortunately having to refilm a part of this. Basically, the mics are not treating each other very well, so we're kind of going back to one mic for now until we can sort it out for this episode.
We did about 30 minutes of filming,
and now we have to redo it.
Just realized that it was echoing really badly, so
we're redoing it. But yeah, that is what it is. We're gonna have to do some research on how to stop the mics from messing with each other.
So the next segment we're going to go for is the most anticipated movies of 2026.
Yeah, so if you want to pull some up, do you already have them ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go through the movies that are coming out this year, give some thoughts on some of them, what we're most excited for, what we're not very excited for. But yeah, we got a pretty good year ahead of us for the most part.
So coming up real soon,
we got The Mummy, Lee Cronen's The Mummy.
Firstly, actually, we are going to see Undertone.
Yeah, in like 3 days. Yep.
Which is about 4 days away.
Yeah, so we'll give our thoughts on that too.
Our thoughts on that, yep.
And that'll be a good episode because we'll come back, talk about that. We'll also talk about the new episode of Daredevil and the new episode of Invincible that night too, which will be great.
It will be
so that'll be a good episode for you guys.
So then, we have The Mummy,
which is like 2-3 weeks away.
That looks very good. It looks very scary. There's some very gory moments in the trailer alone, so I'm
for sure
scared to see what they haven't shown.
Yeah. It looks great. It really does look great.
Yeah. And then we've got the
Michael Jackson biopic.
That's going to be very good. I'm very excited.
I'm very excited. I love what we've seen by far. The trailers are great. The soundtrack and score, obviously.
Yeah, it looks really great. He looks so similar to Michael.
He does. They've done a really good job with it. I'm actually really excited to see where that goes.
Like they've done a really good job with everything. Like he sounds really good.
He does.
And then we've got The Devil Wears Prada 2. I haven't actually seen the original one since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to rewatch that before it comes out. But I've got time. That's at the end of the month, so plenty of time.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Not really a necessary sequel, but in this day and age, we just get sequels to everything. So we'll see. Money. Exactly.
And then
we've got Mortal Kombat 2 coming out to what's that next month? Yeah, that'll be interesting. Should be fine. I do like the first one a decent amount. Definitely has some pretty flawed shit in it, but for the most part, it's decent.
I'm excited to see the new fights and Johnny Cage. I'm not sure how I think about Carl Urban.
I think he's got it. I love Carl Urban.
I don't see him doing a very good American accent. Like really
that's going to be interesting to see for sure.
So, yeah, I think for the most part it'll be good. Hopefully. And then after that, we've got Star Wars: The Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah,
that will be interesting.
We had some bad thoughts about that first trailer. We didn't think it looked very good. It looked very similar to the show.
Yeah.
Which isn't really the vibe you would want from a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the second trailer was done very well.
For sure. Much better trailer. There's lots to really like about it. It gives like that whole like kind of adventure vibe that Star Wars like is so known for and loved. Yeah. Baby Yoda looks great. It looks great. The second trailer's a lot better, definitely for sure.
And then we've got Masters of the Universe.
Yeah, don't know too much about it. But yeah, that should be fine. Good. Looks decent. Looks solid.
To not see Jared Leto's face
or voice.
He
doesn't look or sound like him.
All right though, like from what I've seen.
It does look alright. It looks, from what I've heard, it's fairly faithful to its source, which is good. Then we have Spielberg's Disclosure Day.
Yeah.
Spielberg movie. Obviously excited to see that.
Yeah,
obviously.
100%. He's a master.
He is
one of the greats.
I've heard about that. Yeah, we have Minions and Monsters coming out to the next Minions movie.
We saw the trailer for that.
I'm definitely very upset about the replacement of Stuart Bob and Kevin. The other one. Yeah, Kevin. That hurts, but very excited nonetheless.
I'm hoping to see a comeback in all the suits.
I would love to.
That would be incredible.
They're just really fun movies. They're really cute.
Yeah.
They're great. Yeah.
If you want a good laugh, they're always good.
For sure. Yep.
And then we've got Toy Story 5, which looks good.
Unnecessary, but definitely, I would say Toy Story 4 is also unnecessary, and I think it's a great film.
Yeah, there's not a single bad Toy Story movie.
Yeah, and the plot for this does seem pretty great, to be honest. I really like the idea of the like technology coming in, all that.
Yeah.
The whole idea of toys kind of worrying about technology taking over kids is very relevant now more than ever.
Especially now.
And yeah, I think they're doing a pretty interesting job with it.
And then we've got Supergirl, which
Looks solid.
interesting.
It looks
very
fine.
solid.
We're getting more information now. In the more recent trailers, we've got information about the actual plot to do with crypto being
poisoned, basically.
Yeah, and Kara having 3 days to 3 days, yeah.
I think so, yeah.
To heal him, which is a much better sounding thing than what I originally was led to believe.
And then it also looks like at one point in the trailer she gets poisoned because she had like veins on her face, sort of.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm interested to see if she like does at some point.
Or it could just be like a different sun or some shit too. I don't know what to see.
We've got the live action Moana.
Don't want to talk about that, but yeah, I mean they're just gonna keep pumping these out. There's nothing we can really do about them.
We're still gonna go watch it anyway.
We're gonna have to. It's gonna make $1 billion.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, The Rock's wig is horrifying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but yeah. After that, we have the Odyssey, which is a huge one for the year.
Yeah,
it's a Nolan movie. I mean, obviously, we're seeing that shit immediately.
We're spewing. We're really sad we can't go see that in IMAX.
I'm working on it, bro. I'm actually working on trying to, but we might be able to. But
I would love to.
It would be a bit of time. I'm like working on it.
IMAX. And then we've got obviously Spider-Man: Brand New Day,
Doomsday, Dune Part 3.
I don't know about Sankit, but
that's probably my most anticipated. Yeah, Dune Part 3. Yep.
The first 2 movies are just masterpieces. They just build on each other so well.
Yep.
So much stuff goes on. Like you really need to be an adult to.
Yeah.
Like you need to be like older to understand it all. But if you do understand it, it's
really
beautiful
great
storytelling.
It's incredible storytelling. Very excited for that. They're probably one of the best movies, if not the best movie of the year, honestly. I mean, the track record, Dune Part 2 is incredible. And yeah, that's probably it for movies years. We're going to move on to the next segment, which is the MCU is obviously coming more relevant now again after a few years. So I feel like now's a good time to also talk about our top 10 MCU films.
Yep.
Right, so at number 10 for me, I have Black Panther. Pretty solid movie, great movie, honestly, for the most part. Not a big fan of the hero and the villain having the same abilities and stuff like that. I always think it's boring, but apart from that, I think it's a really solid movie. The political stuff's really interesting. The movie is stunning to look at. Wakanda's great. It's great to finally see that. Chadwick Boseman and really the whole cast is really interesting. The whole plot is extremely interesting. T'Challa's death and then being reborn, all that is extremely interesting. Yeah, I think it's just not much really else to say about it. It's just a great film.
Very strong movie.
Yeah. And you have at 10.
For my number 10, I have Thor Ragnarok. Easily the best Thor movie out of all of them, in my opinion.
Yep.
Very funny. There's some really great scenes. Like, I love that gladiator scene with Hulk and Thor.
Yeah.
The whole final fight. I think Hela is a pretty good villain.
Yep.
I just wish we knew a bit more about her before the movie. I love the dynamic, especially between Loki and Thor. It's so good to see them work as brothers and actually trust each other.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Very good. Leads directly into Infinity War pretty well with the post-credit scene, and yeah.
All right. And then at your number 9, you have...
I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1.
Yep.
Just incredible.
Great movie, yep.
I have that at a 7
I think I also do, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
So we both have this at a 7 out of 10.
We both had the other two, like Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther, also 7 out of 10. Yeah, so we both have Guardians 1 at a 7 out of 10 at 9th place. Great movie, great start to the Guardians. The entire cast, the ensemble is great. The score and soundtrack is incredible. The chemistry is just incredible between the cast.
Unfortunately, a weak villain.
Unfortunately, a weak villain. Ronan is not really a great villain, but
he's not good, to be honest. But
the rest of the movie does so much right. It just carries it like so well.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I do agree with that. And then at number 8, I have Age of Ultron.
Yeah, great, very underrated film, in my opinion.
Ultron is one of my favorite villains.
I agree.
He is so well done. I just wish we got more of him than one movie, honestly.
For sure. It looks like we're going to in Vision Quest or something.
Oh yeah.
Have you heard about that?
I hope so.
That's what I've been hearing
James
about.
Spader is incredible.
Yeah, I know he's cast in that show. So.
And then you see a bunch of new Avengers in it, but not too many.
Yeah,
It's a good introduction to them. I do have some moments I don't like. I don't like when
Quicksilver's death.
Quicksilver dies. I think that's
Yep,
poorly written.
agree with that.
Also, I feel like the romance between between Bruce and Natasha.
I don't mind that too much.
It's a
To be
bit
honest,
out of nowhere.
I think
there was a
I
little
just
bit.
I think I hate that it leads to nothing.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. I just hate that it leads to nothing.
But yeah, overall very solid. I
yeah.
have that at a 7/10.
Same here, I think.
Do you have that as?
That's I think I do. Yeah, I would. Yeah, there's a lot I really loved there. Yeah, I would at 13th for me at a 7/10 too. Very interesting movie. I mean, all the like kind of the group being divided based on what Tony's doing and the whole like dilemma behind like, you know, we need help or like we need a suit of armor around the world. All that is really interesting. And yeah, it's just honestly a really great movie. At my number 8, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. I actually have this over Volume 1. I think my main reason for that is I think the villain is way better. I think Ego is a much better villain.
I agree.
Than Ronan. Ronan is extremely boring, kind of lame, to be honest.
Yeah, with Ego, you get more of a emotional connection to Peter Quill.
I think I've yawned like 3 times in the last minute. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, Ego's much better. The whole idea, or the whole idea behind Quill, being a Celestial, and where his dad's, you know, also Celestial, like this huge Celestial being, is really interesting. Do wish I did a bit more with it. But yeah, it's solid. It's some solid stuff. Soundtrack's still great. Tons of funny moments.
Yeah.
And standout,
There's some
sequences.
really good character work, especially with my favorite is Rocket.
Yep.
And Yondu has some great stuff.
Yeah. Yondu has some incredible stuff.
I was very sad with what happened to Yondu.
Yondu, yeah, that's really sad.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I also have that at a 7/10. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you do.
But I have that as number 7 in my ranking.
Yeah, so... I have that as 8. So yeah, we'll just speak about it. So Jack is at 7. At my 7, I have the original Iron Man movie. Started it all. It's just great. I mean, it was a blueprint for like 20 years almost of MCU stuff, and just superhero media in general. It's been one of the blueprints, and I think it nails it. Robert Downey Jr. is great. The whole like kind of structure of the film is followed almost to a T nowadays. Obadiah Stane is a fine villain. Kind of another situation of 2 people with the same abilities fighting. Not very interesting. But since it's this kind of thing that started it all, I'd give a bit of leeway to the more like cliche things about it. Can't really be a cliche if you've started it or one of the starting things for it.
I do agree with that. Yeah.
Everything's great. Everything, there's not really much I would say I don't like in it. He's a really interesting character. He's not like a traditional hero, which is very interesting to watch.
Yeah, he doesn't really care about right and wrong.
Yeah, especially at the start. I mean, usually, and I love that whole like, kind of arc that he has on this movie, from going to being a guy who sells weapons and then realizing like what his weapons can cause and being the one to stop them. The whole sequence of him flying out to, I can't remember where it was, and like saving all these like families and kids from like the terrorists is amazing.
Very well done.
Yeah, it's a whole like full circle moment, really.
And then I also, funny enough, have Iron Man at 6. An 8/10, but that's number 6 on my ranking.
So one higher for me too.
I basically agree with everything Sankit just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well done.
And then at 6, I have Avengers Endgame. Yeah, I hear a lot of hate for this movie for some reason. I'm not sure why. I have it an 8/10. It's incredible. For the most part, some things, you know, we don't like. Smart Hulk, Fat Thor, some really silly decisions, but for the most part,
they treat Thor really poorly. He's more of a comedic purpose.
Yeah, comedic relief. Yeah.
I really dislike, but yeah.
Yeah. But there's a lot to love here. I love the all 3 acts here. Kind of, you have the first act of the Avengers in mourning. Yeah, it's really interesting to watch. You know, Natasha and Steve, I love their whole thing. Steve being like trying to convince himself to keep going. All of that is really interesting. The way that like Tony's moved on and he's still thinking about Peter. All that stuff is so interesting. Then you go on the second act, which does what every concluding chapter in a story should do, in my opinion, which is pay like homage to everything that's come before it. And with the whole time heist, they're able to do that while also fitting it into the plot. They get to kind of celebrate all these key moments that we know and love from the last, 20 films, 26 movies, I think it was up until that point. And yeah, through the Battle of New York. I mean, you have all these things. It's great, and it also allows for all these really cool moments. Tony talking to his dad, Cap fighting Cap. I mean, there's just so many really cool moments. You have a lot of really like shocky kind of death moments. You have Natasha dying.
That was very sad.
And a lot of stuff like that,
It
which is really cool.
Also gave birth to one of the best scenes in the MCU, that portal scene.
Yeah, incredible stuff right there. The portal scene's amazing. I mean,
don't think anything will ever top that moment.
Yeah, I mean, incredible score. You feel the scale. It just feels like the most grand thing you've ever seen, ever will see.
Especially after Infinity War, you can really tell what's at stake.
And that's kind of the one time you get to see all these characters meet. Like, finally, everyone is on one battlefield. Everyone you've seen. It feels like this being such a payoff to all the time you've invested into watching everything is like paying off. This huge thing. You have all these insane moments. You've like all these like little team ups. You have Ant-Man and the Wasp in the van. You have Peter and Captain Marvel are doing their thing. There's a scene of fucking Tony and Pepper are fighting alongside each other. You have Cap and Thor with Mjolnir being given the cap. There's a bunch of team up little moments there.
Very, very great.
There's like so much cool. Like the team ups would be my favorite part. I mean, you even have like Thor powering Tony's suit.
You even see Cap throwing the hammer for Spidey to
swing on it
to escape.
You have T'Challa. That whole thing of everyone chasing or trying to get the gauntlet is amazing. That whole sequence. Well, there's a lot of really insane stuff there. I'm smiling just thinking about it.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to our next pick because we could talk about this
forever. Yeah, that's a good shout. At 5, we both have Winter Soldier.
Captain America. We both have this an 8 out of 10.
Yep.
Such a strong movie, very politically
driven,
like very well politically written.
Yeah.
So much to say about this one.
Yeah. I love that it kind of is one of the first times that the MCU tried to move into a different like sub-genre kind of where they take the superhero shell and they put it into a kind of a spy thriller. That's what the movie is. It's just a spy thriller with, a superhero in it. But I would say it honestly almost feels more like a spy thriller than a superhero movie, in my opinion.
I do agree with that.
And it's amazing. You kind of get to see. I don't really want to. I'll save that for when we talk about a different movie. But you kind of get to see some payoffs to some character arcs that have been started a little previously.
Yeah, and then
I'll talk about that later. But
you get one of the best villains. You get
Bucky's in crazy villain. Great sequences.
The choreography.
Fight choreography is great.
And then you can also feel the emotion because you know how close he is with Steve.
Yeah. Also a great score in that movie. I never going to talk about it. It's a great score. And then that final act is one of my favorite acts in the MCU. Steve's speech to S.H.I.E.L.D. is just the most Captain America thing, and also pays off to some other things that have been set up previously, which I'll talk about. And then we also have the whole thing of him and Bucky. Their fight is the most emotionally wrecking thing ever. Cap's whole be with you to the end of the line thing is really sad.
He's being forced to fight his best friend.
And they really don't hold back in that fight. The movie really, I love that it doesn't treat you like a kid. It kind of is more like adult focus, I would say, in the fact that it's very politically driven. Then even like Cap gets shot like 8 times in that scene, bro. Like they really didn't hold back. It's brutal. Yeah.
It's very heartbreaking.
The stakes are really, really up there for that.
Next up for me, I have Avengers Endgame at number 4.
Yep, out of 9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. We've already talked about that.
So we'll just move right on.
Sankit's number 4.
At my 4, I have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Now, Jack is currently...
I'm currently rewatching the MCU, so I haven't gotten up to Guardians Volume 3.
Yep.
But I do love that movie a lot, and I know it will be in my top 10, so I'll basically just agree with everything Sankit says.
Yeah, so...
my thoughts.
I just rewatched this really recently, probably like 2 weeks ago. Incredible. Just incredible. Everything about it. I was kind of worried I wouldn't love it as much on a rewatch. I was wrong. It's amazing. The everything to do with Rocket is heartbreaking and it's done so well. I love the way that you kind of slowly, as the film goes on, find out more and more what happened to him. It's a good way of kind of keeping Rocket in the movie while also not really keeping Rocket in the movie. Bradley Cooper is putting on an insane performance there as Rocket. Yeah, it's really heartbreaking to see it. I think they're really playing your heart really well there. The soundtrack is incredible. The score is incredible. there are a bunch of a lot of like standout sequences, which is hilarious.
The face off.
Yeah, the face off. The whole thing of kind of the Guardians racing to save Rock is a really interesting idea, and you really feel the time, like kind of the stakes here are really high.
Are high.
It's done really well. The High Evolutionary is probably the standout here alongside Rocket. Excellent villain, extremely interesting villain.
Yeah.
With an interesting goal and motive.
Exactly, yeah.
And it's really interesting, yeah, to see how it all plays out in the end. That final act is great. The like nowhere coming, like I love saying that sentence. Nowhere coming to kind of join the fight.
Yeah.
At the end, that was really cool. And yeah, Adam Warlock is cool. I think I might be in the minority. I don't think his character's used the greatest here. I think he's funny, but I don't think there's anything really done with him yet.
I hope they do more.
I think they will, which is why I'm gonna hold my tongue when I talk about that. But yeah, apart from that, I think the movie is genuinely incredible.
One of my favorite parts of the movie is the whole dynamic between Peter and Gamora.
Yeah, I didn't talk about that.
You can tell how much Peter is hurting.
Yeah.
Like, and how much he wants to just get back with Gamora. And she's a completely different person.
I love the way they handle it too. They handle it in a more adult way. Like they're not just giving the easy out. And that whole like last line really hits you hard. The whole I bet we were fun thing is really sad.
Gut-wrenching.
Yeah, and I think they do it great. It's great. Great way to conclude one of Marvel's most popular teams. And yeah, they've done a good job at ending it while also leaving a bit of room for them to come back. And yeah.
And at number 3, we both, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we both have 2012's The Avengers, the original team up film, the first team up film.
We have this at a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, we both have a 9 out of 10. I think this is a near flawless movie.
It is incredible. It is almost perfect.
Loki's incredible. The Battle of New York is an incredible sequence. The whole team is great. Everyone bounces off each other really well.
Yeah. While also getting their own moments to shine.
Yeah. My easy favorite thing about this film is, despite Loki, despite everything, is the dynamics between each of the team members is genuinely like incredible. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own kind of moments where they argue, fight, agree, all that, and it works so well. And I also think that for me, one of my favorite scenes in the MCU is the whole scene where they're all arguing on the helicarrier. Yeah. Because it's genuinely an incredible scene where you kind of get to see everyone's opinions on everything and their viewpoints on everything so well. I mean, you have a lot of stuff. You have Natasha being scared of Bruce not being sure about his, kind of thing is the Hulk. Yeah, his control over the Hulk. You have Cap and Tony, which is the most interesting one. You have Cap, he's like this guy who's always following orders no matter what. He's going to be, if he's asked to do something, he's doing it. And then Tony's a guy who, as Cap says, he would never lay down and lay down on a wire and let someone else go over him. That's really interesting. He says that Tony would never make the sacrifice play. The movie ends with Tony making the sacrifice play. The whole saga ends with Tony making the sacrifice play. And then Cap obviously goes from being the whole like good soldier doing everything. He actually turns into the one who's disobeying orders in Winter Soldier and in Civil War. And all that. So
and he does prove he's special when he's able to lift Mjolnir.
Yeah, he's worthy.
Which does contradict what Tony said in the original.
Everything special about him came out of a bottle.
I think it's really well written how they both prove that they're more than what they seem.
So I would say that while there are a bunch of cool dynamics in that movie, it does such a good job at setting the seeds for these characters to grow. Like, everyone grows so much, especially Tony and Cap.
Yep.
They both become extremely like, I always hear people talk about Tony, but even Cap, he's so underrated. Yeah. Like, as a character, I think he's an incredible character. But yeah, so that's both of our 3s. At 2, we have
differing opinions here, but our top 2 are the same movies, just in different
So we have Infinity War and Civil War. I have Civil War at 1, Infinity War at 2. Jack has Infinity War at 1, Civil War at 2. So we'll talk about Infinity War first. Yeah. Should we want to go?
Infinity War is incredible. I have that at a 10 out of 10. I just don't know how to talk about it. There's so much. Thanos is the best villain in the MCU. He really, in this movie, like that cold opening really sets the tone for how much of a threat he is, especially as you go along with him when he can like moves and gets each Infinity Stone becoming more and more powerful and more of a threat for the Avengers. And then some of the best action scenes in the whole MCU.
MCU, oh, for sure. And team ups, all that. All the different pairings are
it's
great.
so nice seeing all of the different heroes with different people.
Yeah.
And it fits together well. Like, it makes sense.
For sure.
Like, especially the one I like the most is Tony, Spider-Man, and
The
Doctor
Guardians.
Strange.
And the
With
Guardians.
the Guardians.
Yeah, for
They're
sure.
there for different reasons, but they then learn that they need to work together, and I think that's incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanos is easily the highlight for me for Infinity War. His whole motive of wanting to save the world is really interesting to watch. The whole scene of him explaining to Strange on Titan is one of my favorite scenes of that movie, honestly, probably. I mean, that whole fight is incredible too, but just that explanation is really interesting to watch. Great villain. The thing that I love about Infinity War the most has to be the fact that while everyone forgets it now, the ending was the twist when it first came out, and it's still one of the best twists I think ever in a film. I think everyone might have had some sort of idea that they might lose or something's going to happen at the end of it because it was a two-parter always, but I don't think anyone thought that that would happen to the extent. They don't hold back. We lose a lot of people. Yeah,
I've never seen like a cinema more quiet after that.
I agree.
And the fact that we had to wait a whole year is insane. Like,
it was great. Great conclusion. Just a fucking insane final act. I love like when you're watching it, you can just see like that point where it's like, damn, they're gonna lose. Like they've lost.
The moment he gets to see,
it's great. And that like dread when it cuts to the credits is just
the fact that everyone like gets built up hope when Thor
returns.
Thanos, just for him.
Should have gone for the head, bro.
That's such an iconic line. You should have gone for the head.
Yeah, what an idiot, bro.
Wow.
And then my number one and Jack's number two. For me, I have Captain America: Civil War at first place. I think this is by a solid margin probably my favorite MCU movie. The whole political aspect of it is kind of flawless. The Sokovia Accords is extremely interesting to me. And I think the way that they do it, it's like it feels realistic as to what would really happen, but it's done so well too. Like it perfectly fractures. Yeah, nice English. Perfectly fractures the group. Everyone picks their side and it makes sense why they would pick that side. There's never any like, oh, why would they do that? Like I think it makes perfect sense why they would pick that side. I was gonna say Zemo is probably in the top 3 MCU villains for me. I think he's one of the best villains.
So incredible.
Ever.
He's insane how much he's able to do.
Not having a villain for what is essentially an Avengers movie that doesn't have superpowers sounds insane, and it's incredible. Like they pulled off so well. It's just so interesting. This movie does a great job at, like I said, fracturing the team, which is perfect because this leads into Infinity War where the team is not together at all. They're broken up like the Beatles. Who says that? I can't remember.
Bruce.
Yeah, Bruce says that. But yeah, that works really well. And yeah, like the political aspect's fine. Bucky's whole thing with Steve is really interesting. That final act is so like just emotional
because you can feel everything.
Like each punch, you can feel the Avengers getting more and more torn apart.
Especially when Zemo shows off the footage.
It's an insane. What a scene, bro.
You can tell Tony. You can tell Steve doesn't want to fight, but Tony is so like bloodlusty. He has to get revenge.
You just know that that's gonna be it. You can just tell that that's the end of like the Avengers for now. And yeah, the score is incredible in that scene too. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else to say about it. Spider-Man's introduction is really, really well done in that movie too. A bunch of standout sequences. Like I said, that final fight is incredible. That airport fight is incredible. Even there are so many standout sequences. The bombing of the UN is an incredible sequence.
Bucky escaping.
The opening sequence is also incredible.
Yeah.
With Crossman. I mean, it just never slows down. It starts off so strong and never like falters. It's even the whole argument with Ross.
Yeah.
At the table. I mean,
that is a really good scene.
It's just banging scene after banging scene after banging scene after banging scene. Like it never stops. It's a great movie. The whole chase sequence where they're chasing Bucky and Steve are chasing. Like I mean, it's a great movie.
It's
basically perfect. But yeah, that's our MCU rankings right there.
Yeah. This is all in our letterbox, which
I'll put it on the screen right now and in the description below.
Yeah.
Give us a follow.
Give us a follow. And write your thoughts in the comments if you're watching, hopefully.
Yeah. And now we're gonna go into the last
Last
segment
segment.
here, which is going to be a bracket for movie trilogies. Let me just get this up, and let's do it. All right, should be fine. I'll just cut it off.
So we're gonna see what one, see the choices, and
Alright,
we'll talk about it
so
between
yeah, so
ourselves.
we've just found this online because it's
Yeah.
kind of easier than us making our own one. And yeah, so we're gonna look at all of them and then make our choices together. So first we have the
Star
Bourne
Wars.
trilogy. So we have Bourne Identity, Supremacy, and Ultimatum. This really
That's
it isn't technically a trilogy, but we'll allow it.
yeah, I mean, neither Star Wars isn't really either.
Yeah, that's true,
But
I
it's
guess.
more
But I mean, that
because
was made as a
it's in
trilogy.
sets of 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
guessing that's the original trilogy.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I think so.
Introduction by Trilogy. I'm assuming we'll say
We'll
it
just
is.
say it is. I don't know about you, but
I think it's pretty easily Star
very
Wars.
easily Star Wars.
The
As
Bourne.
much as I love
I'm not
Jessica,
gonna lie. I might have to check. But I have the Bourne trilogy, but Loki might be high rated for me because I've. Because I've. Let me actually check this real quick.
the Bourne movies are so.
The Bourne movies are incredible. I just think it's kind of hard to beat Star Wars because kind of incredible. If I look at the Bourne trilogy for me, oh no, I don't. I have Star Wars slightly higher. I have all four of them.
I think we were gonna go.
I have
Star
all
Wars.
3 of the trilogies here. And
The
movies
Bourne
at 4.
trilogy's good. I have a lot of.
I have A New
nostalgia
Hope at a
for
4.5, Empire Strikes at a 5, and then Return of the Jedi at a 3.5. I think. I think you'd be similar. So we're gonna go with Star Wars here.
Okay.
The next one. Okay, this can be hard because I actually haven't seen either of these.
I've seen Austin Powers, and I've seen a bit of the Cornetto trilogy.
Alright, you can just take it away. We'll just pick whatever you want. I'll show you flip a coin. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna.
Nostalgia's getting me to choose Austin Powers.
Which got Austin Powers? Alright, here we have.
yeah.
Okay, now this can be interesting. So we have Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones trilogy, and the Godfather trilogy. Now, I can't lie. I actually don't love the Indiana Jones movies except for
Really? I
Raiders of
thought
the
you
Lost
were a
Ark.
big fan
I
of them.
love Raiders of the Lost Ark. I think the rest of them are okay to good. Some of them are good, but I think for the most part they're okay to good. I think Raiders is insanely good. The Godfather, I haven't seen 3 in ages. Actually, I might not have. I don't think I've ever seen
the Godfather movie since I was very young.
I don't know if I've ever seen 3 actually. 1 and 2 are actually incredible. I would say honestly,
I think
Godfather.
I agree with that. Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go Godfather here.
And next up,
Okay, now we have the Dark Knight trilogy and the Terminator trilogy.
See, this is tough.
That's
because
really hard.
Terminator 1 and 2, I think they're both 5-star movies.
I think
the
I've.
third one is just
I think
so
I've 1 at a
much
4.5, 2 at a 5, and then 3 at maybe a 3.
Yeah, the third one is just so
Really
much
lets it down.
weaker, but
And then here I have Batman Begins is great. I have it at 8. I think Dark Knight Rises I have it at 10 or a 9. I might have been 9. I think I have it at 9. Dark Knight Rises I have it like 7. I don't love Dark Knight Rises a lot. I honestly think I might lower it to a 6 on a rewatch. I think it's Dark Knight trilogy.
I think it's gonna
barely.
be Dark Knight.
Barely. That's close.
I just think okay. Well, we want to do that side now, don't we?
I think we're gonna have to go. Wait, what? Yeah, it's interesting. I think it's gonna do all this side then, all that side.
Well,
We'll just do it this way.
Done deal. This is pretty obvious.
So we
Star
have the
Wars.
Star Wars trilogy versus Austin Powers
I
trilogy.
think
It's
has
gonna
to
be Star Wars.
As much as I loved. Oh, okay.
No, the Godfather, and I haven't seen Godfather Part 3. That's what's hard, but I think it has to be Godfather.
Yeah, I think it does.
Alright, Godfather trilogy.
Okay, well, no, we don't. Oh, wait. Oh, actually, Godfather?
I can't lie, I think
Star
I'm gonna do
Wars.
Star Wars.
I think Star Wars just because
It's so like we wouldn't have a lot of shit without Star Wars.
exactly.
I just think
so
I think it's Star Wars.
influential. Okay.
Alright, now we're on to the other
Oh,
side.
this is a
Now
good
this
one.
is a good one. So we have
This
the
is a
Matrix
good
trilogy and Planet of the Apes. I don't actually think I've seen the third Matrix movie.
I'm a big fan
Of the Matrix. Yeah,
but,
Jack loves the Matrix.
I think it's the second one. I think each movie gets weaker and weaker. I think the first movie is perfect.
Really? I think Dawn is the best.
No, I'm talking about Matrix.
Oh, I think yeah, okay.
I think like the second one is good. The third one, it kind of loses its way, and then we don't talk about the fourth.
Planet of the Apes, I think, is probably gonna be better.
I think Rise is really good.
Dawn is the best in my opinion. I
Dawn
think
is
Rise
great.
is really great. Dawn is like really, really great. War was solid. I won't say it's
think,
bad at all,
honestly,
but
I'm thinking Planet of the Apes.
I am too,
As
I
much as
reckon.
I love the Matrix, I just think the Planet of the Apes is more consistent.
I agree with that. Alright. So we have the Back to the Future trilogy versus the Raimi trilogy. Yikes. That's hard.
a tough one, man.
I don't think I have. I actually think I might have the Raimi trilogy slightly higher here. Because if I go Back to the Future, actually, I might have both the first two at
I'm checking mine.
4.5.
I don't think I have the Raimi trilogy rated, but
Oh no, fuck! I actually might be the Back to the Future trilogy. I have the first one at a 10 out of 10, second one a 9 out of 10, third one a 7 out of 10. Whereas for
I have
the
the first one at a
Spider-Man,
5, and then
for the Raimi trilogy, I have.
3.5.
Let's see. Do you have the Raimi trilogy ranked?
No. I need to rewatch.
I think I do. I think I have every Spider-Man movie rated. Yeah.
Okay.
I have Spider-Man 2 to 4.5. No, it has to be Back to the Future for me.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I think we're gonna go Back to the Future.
Yeah,
But it's very close.
I do agree with that. Back to the Future.
Oh. I think it's gotta be. So we've got Jurassic Park and Lord of the Rings. The first Jurassic Park is incredible, but I think The Lost World is not great.
I can't lie, this is pretty easily Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, it has to be Lord of the Rings.
The Lord of the Rings trilogy is one of the best trilogies ever made.
Jurassic Park 3 isn't great.
I actually don't have any of these rated. I haven't seen them in so long. It's easily Lord of the Rings, I reckon.
I agree.
I mean, because these movies get worse with each one, in my opinion, too. These are like, this is an incredible trilogy. Okay, I haven't seen them.
I haven't seen
these, so I reckon it has to be Pirates.
It has to be Pirates, yeah.
You got Pirates. Alright, next thing we have Planet of the Apes is Back to the Future. I'm saying Back to the Future here.
I'm saying Back to the Future. Lord of the Rings.
This is easily Lord of the Rings. Yeah. This is going to be hard now. I can't lie, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings slightly. I need to rewatch Lord of the Rings. It's been too long, but from what I remember,
I'm a big fan of Back to the Future, though.
It's up to you. Or we can flip a coin for it. This is rough. This is rough.
Lord of the Rings.
You sure?
Yeah.
Alright. And now we have the final thing, the big finale here. We've one of the biggest sci-fi franchises versus one of the biggest fantasy franchises. That's really hard.
That is very difficult.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in so long. That's the problem. I lucky reckon I might have Lord of the Rings over it. Over Star Wars. If I'd rewatched it, but it's been so long. I might get on that actually.
Yeah, I might as well.
They're just so long.
I think I'm going Star Wars.
I can't lie. I think I'm going Star Wars just based on the fact I don't remember Lord of the Rings as well. Yeah. And Star Wars is kind of one of the best trilogies ever made.
So there you go.
That's our bracket right there. Yeah, I think we do one bracket every.
Yeah, we're
planning on doing one bracket every episode,
and we'll try to do a ranking every episode
as well. Yeah,
we'll do a draft every episode. Hopefully, different genres each time, obviously.
Yep.
And yeah, we're about to go see the drama
in about half an hour, and we'll be back to review that.
Yeah, we'll come back and give it a good 10-minute review, and then that'll be the episode. Hopefully.
Yep. All right, we will see you guys soon then.
Yep. Right, so we've just gotten back from
seeing the drama
with Sankit's editing skills. I'm sure it'll be right after what we've just said. What were your thoughts?
That was pretty great. I actually really enjoyed it for the most part. I thought it was Robert Pattinson and Zendaya are amazing in it. But by the way, before we start talking about it, right now we'll do like non-spoilery stuff. Mm-hmm. In a few minutes we're going to spoil stuff. We'll put like a spoiler warning when we do. But yeah, for the non-spoiler stuff, Rob Pattinson and Zendaya are amazing. Yeah, you'd kind of expect that. They're really good, like very, very good. Especially towards the end of this movie when it starts like really getting insane. They are really, really great there. It's well shot. It's really well lit.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really great moments where the film like builds tension really well. Can't really give examples until we get to the spoiler parts, but there are moments at the start too, I would say within the first like 20 minutes, and especially that whole last section.
Yeah.
Well, does a very good job at building up tension really slowly for a while.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just all like bowls over. It's all great in that way. The story's interesting. The dilemma that's being faced by our protagonist is really interesting. Yeah. Anything else you want to add?
Well, like Sankit said, it was very good. I think the plot twist was very well, like not very well done. It's just like
I wouldn't even say it was really. Actually, I guess it is a twist. I guess.
Yeah, it's sort of a twist.
It's very early twist. It's like
don't expect.
It's a twist, but it's like 25-30 minutes in, so it's like an early twist.
Does a good job. I don't think anyone could predict what it was going to be until
seeing it. Because the trailers, none of that really that I saw really gave away what it was. Like
we pretty much went in completely blind. I think we've only seen the trailer once, like when it first came out.
Yeah, that's right.
And so definitely was not what I was expecting, but in a good way. I was a big fan. I thought
I was really surprised.
Tension starts to build up. Like you get a lot of secondhand embarrassment from some stuff.
Yeah,
that happens. I don't know about Sankit, but there was some parts where I was just cringing in my seat.
There's a lot of secondhand embarrassment, but in like a good way, obviously. There's also some really, really great imagery in there. I'll give examples when we get into the spoiler part. But there's a lot of really great imagery in there, which you love to see.
Yeah. What are you thinking rating wise?
I'm thinking rating wise about a 3.5, so about 7 out of 10.
Yeah, that's what I've got it put up as.
I don't think, speaking of negatives, I would just say my main negative is I think it kind of, I don't really know how to even explain it, but I feel like it, for me, doesn't really, it talks about a bunch of issues. So like forgiveness, like second chances, secrets and like how powerful they can be. There's a lot of different topics, but it doesn't really like dive into any of them enough for me to like really like have a conversation about it. It doesn't, I think by the time the credits roll, it hasn't really said anything about any of those topics.
Yeah, and also the ending itself is a bit ambiguous.
Yeah, it is. It does end on an ambiguous note. I don't think that's really a spoiler. Ends on an ambiguous note. I don't love or hate that, really. It's fine. I don't really... It's okay. It's fine. I'm all right with it, but maybe there's a world where we get like a more definitive kind of answer. But yeah. Is that everything you want to say non-spoilery? I think so.
Yeah, I think so. So,
going into spoilers.
Yeah, big spoiler warning.
Big spoiler warning. I'll put some shit on the screen. Everything. I'll put a timestamp when we're done with this. But all right, non-spoilery or spoilery stuff. I think there are many instances where tension is brought really well. I'd say for me, the thing I was talking about early on in the movie is obviously the whole conversation Rachel, Mike, Charlie, and Emma have. What's that his name?
Yeah.
Mike, yeah.
Mike.
The conversation they have, which kind of leads to the whole dilemma coming out, is like a 15 to 20 minute long scene. It's a long scene. And they're talking for ages. And luckily, because of how great everyone is in this movie, it's a very fluid, like
it doesn't
real, it doesn't even feel like, it just feels like a real conversation.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting to watch, and you kind of get a lot of information about everyone, and then you kind of can tell that like it's leading to something, and then it does.
And then then they start talking about the worst thing they've ever done.
Yeah.
And then a couple of like Rachel's was interesting. But it wasn't anything too serious. None of them were too serious.
I'd say Rachel's was pretty serious.
Oh yeah, Rachel's
locking a kid in. But nothing compared to
locked a kid in a closet.
Emma's, which is Zendaya's character. And
what we weren't expecting was Emma to say that she was very close to committing a school shooting.
Yeah.
Which was very interesting.
So we had no idea about any of that. And it was insane. That was kind of like the tipping point where the tension kind of like really like it starts to get crazy after that.
Yeah.
And then the movie doesn't really slow down. It just gets more and more.
Charlie, as he like tries to learn more about it from Emma. There's other things where he's talking to Mike.
You're trying to figure out what the right thing to do is.
Yeah, he doesn't. He's not sure what to do. He doesn't want.
Which is fair enough. It's an interesting dilemma because Charlie's a pretty relatable character, I would say, but it's just the dilemma is so insane that like I can't even sit here and be like, this is what I would do. Like I don't even know what I would do.
It's a very
if I just found something like that out.
And then this really messes with Charlie like psychologically.
Yeah.
And then he makes a bad decision.
During
on Emma.
Yeah. And then during the wedding, some more bad decisions.
Yeah, and then during the wedding, we also didn't really say how Rachel wasn't really very happy with it.
Oh, yeah, we didn't mention. Yeah, the main thing that causes the tension to really go crazy is Rachel. So yeah, Rachel's cousin was a victim of a mass shooting.
Yeah.
She's paralyzed because of it, and because of that, Rachel is very angry about what Emma's saying regarding like the fact that she was actually, about to do one, and they make that very clear in the movie. Like she was right there at the end of doing it.
I think the main reason was that someone else beat her to it.
Yeah, someone beat her to it is literally basically the reason she didn't do it. So yeah, I think it's a really kind of an insane thing, but in a good way, where it's like kind of like really insane to watch everything play out.
Yeah, and then obviously, as you would expect, Charlie, who's marrying Emma, is very confused about it all and doesn't know what to do.
Doesn't know what to do. Emma starts trying to explain it. Charlie's trying to figure out. He talks to a bunch of people to try to find out what should I be doing here.
Yeah,
and it's really interesting. They use a lot of. I mean, when I was talking about imagery, when we're exploring kind of Emma's childhood and like what happened back then, they don't really do it through like entire sequences, but it's just through really images.
It's more,
and it's really great. Like there's some amazing imagery of like
her as a kid.
Some really horrifying shit. Yeah, with guns and
they also do a good job at explaining like what Emma's thinking without saying anything.
Yeah,
like there'll be clips where like while Emma's explaining what happened to Charlie, there'll be parts where Charlie like comes in and hugs her or starts laughing about it, which is obviously what Emma wants him to do. Yeah,
that's really cool. Yeah, I was going to talk about that. But they have like a very interesting idea where we kind of see flashes mid-scene of kind of like alternate like ways that the situation could pan out, like what Charlie would want it to be like, what Emma would want it to be like, and we kind of get to see that, which is really cool.
Yeah.
There was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. It might come back to me. Is there anything else? The wedding scene is insane. That might be the second worst fictional wedding after the Red Wedding in Game of Thrones. That was hard to watch, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It was hard to watch. It is insane. The tension just slowly rises. Again, it's like a 25 minutes of just tension slowly rising, and then it goes further than I honestly thought it was going to go. Yeah, it goes way off the rails.
It just gets worse and worse.
It goes way off the rails. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a good watch.
Definitely a good watch. Anything else I want to add last minute? There's some really cool ideas, like directorially. I definitely said that word wrong. There's a lot of really cool ideas. So like, for example, when we're listening to things, or when we're, how do I even explain this honestly? With sound, there's some really cool stuff they try to do. So Emma's character's deaf in one ear, and a lot of the times when the camera's focused solely on her, the kind of sound will be like kind of impaired.
Yeah, it'll be
to kind of put you in her perspective, I guess, or kind of show that like she's the focus of this, focus on her. And it's little things like that. There's a lot of different things like that, clever things that are done, which is really good.
Yeah.
I think that's basically it. Yeah, good watch. We're both giving it a 7 out of 10.
Definitely recommend to go.
Definitely recommend that. It'll be something to come back to, especially for performances. Because if I have to pick a highlight, it's definitely the two of them are great in it, really good in it. Definitely something to come back to. But yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll probably wrap up the episode here. It's been a longer one this time.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah,
we're planning on filming another episode on Wednesday with our reactions to the new Daredevil episode. We'll also react to Invincible and the new Undertone.
So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Bye.